Greetings, strangers. I'm Britt.
And I'm Dee.
Welcome to the first bonus episode, Strange World Shorts. You want me to say it like that or you want me to say it different? Strange
You
World
can say it like,
Shorts.
oh Lord, you can say it like that. Because you want me to say it too, right?
Yeah, right?
You can
So
say it
say it
like
like
that.
what?
The
Strange
first
World,
time.
Strange World,
Strange
Strange
World
World
Shorts.
Shorts.
I don't think I said it the
No,
same,
that's
but
okay. It'll be
we
fine.
good.
What did we say we was gonna do on today's
See, Brittany.
episode? No, okay. So we finally got a hit, y'all. We finally got a hit.
Oh, yeah, we
Yes,
did. Thank you.
thank you. I'd like to introduce my beautiful guest today, Ray. Introduce yourself. What's up?
I'm Raven. Yeah, Raven Ariel or Ray. That'll work too. I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to say, but yeah.
Welcome. Today's episode, we wanted to talk about sleep paralysis. We're gonna give a background on how this happened. So she was messaging me and you were like, what? You were listening to what episode?
Oh crap! Let's see. It was the one where the lady was getting sexually assaulted by the ghost, and then her sons were getting, I guess, thrown around too, but not sexually assaulted. But
Oh, that's the
yeah,
most recent one,
Yeah,
yeah,
the Doris
right?
Bither
yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
And then we just got into a conversation about sleep paralysis, right?
It just kind of went
Yeah.
back and forth, and I think I told you about like the worst that I had ever experienced was that, not the sexual stuff, thank God, but yeah, just sleep paralysis and how terrible enough that was for me. I didn't
Yes.
even have to get off into what she had to go through, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear this.
I know. I was like, bro, you have to come on to
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
Um, let's just do, I guess, just a definition. I think everybody has heard of sleep paralysis, but just in
Yeah.
case,
Mhm.
sleep paralysis is a feeling of being conscious but unable to move. It occurs when a person passes between stages of wakefulness and sleep. During these transitions, you may be unable to move or speak for a few seconds up to a few minutes. Some people may also feel pressure or a sense of choking. And then I know some people have reported seeing like a shadow figure in sleep
Yeah.
paralysis. Yeah. I think the best example is, what's that show? Ah, the one that was on Netflix, the Haunting.
Of Hill House.
Yes, I think
Yes.
that was a pretty good depiction.
Yes. You
Oh.
started me watching that
I
show.
thought you were gonna say,
What?
it wasn't on Netflix though. I thought you were gonna say Evil.
Ooh, I didn't think of Evil. Have you ever seen that,
Yeah.
Raven?
Mm-mm.
Good
I
show.
only saw the first episode.
It's a lot.
I barely got through Haunting of Hill House. Barely.
It is
The
a lot.
actors were just so really like they were just so great, and then like just the aesthetics. I'm in film, so I love just I can look at stuff from that side, so I won't be terrified
Y'all,
later.
she
But
educated. She got her master's in film. She
Oh.
educated.
I try to do a little something with myself.
Okay, but yeah, tell us what you told me about your experience.
Yeah. So as much as I can remember, I think I was about 14 or 15. So oh wow, I just realized how old I am. But yeah, it was about I was about like 14 or 15, and I think it was the first time I had one of these that happened. And so um, basically, it's like I was asleep and I'm just in my bed chilling, or just asleep, and or so I thought. And then all of a sudden, it's like I woke up and I could see everything, but it's like my eyes were closed, if that makes sense. So it's like I knew that whatever was going on in my room, but I couldn't, like my eyes and everything wouldn't open, then I couldn't speak. And so it started off like that, and then it felt like a weight, almost like, I don't want to say that somebody was sitting on the top of me, but that's what it felt like. Although it didn't feel like a body, it just felt like weights. And so, like I told um, Brittany, it kind of, I'm a visual person, so it's almost like I don't know if it was the devil, like just kind of had me visualize me being like in the desert somewhere. And so that's kind of like the visual I got in that moment, like whatever time of night it was. And so it's like I was in the desert and I had chains, like shackles, like on my hands and my feet. And so it's like I was trying to lift up my hands and lift up my feet, and I noticed like immediately like I couldn't, and I was like, "What is this?" Like, and I was
Yeah.
panicking because like I said, one, it had never ever happened. Like I had nightmares, but that had never happened. So it was just me struggling and trying to like move. And so I grew up in the church, and so my mom, thankfully, she would do her nightly walks, and at that point, I didn't know that she did that. And so all I remember is um, just her voice, like, when she's like she woke me up out of it. And so I remember, she said she had come by my room and she saw me kinda, like, tossing and turning, like I was in, like, moaning or whatever, like I was trying to get up, but I couldn't because she saw me. And she said she came and woke me up, and she's like, "Raven." And so we prayed, and so for, like, years, I slept with the Bible under my pillow because I didn't want it to happen again because I was, like,
I know that's
terrified.
right.
Yeah, like, my
Yeah.
pages got torn up and everything from just, like, laying on it because I was it was horrible, like, I felt like that again since then a couple times, but I think after I realized what it was and what I needed to do, because my pastor would always say, "Wake yourself up." And so that's what I would do. I'd just start saying, "Jesus." And so I would just repeat that over and over again until like, in my head until I could physically say it, because it's like your voice is gone, your movements are gone, like, you can't move, you can't do
Yeah.
anything, and that's the most terrifying thing because your initial reaction is to, like,
Man.
get up, but you can't do anything. So, that's that one, but yeah, I've had a couple times, and some not so scary where I'm kinda up, and I told you the other night I did the same thing. It's like I'll be going somewhere in my dream, but I know that it's not real, it's just me, kinda moving around thinking I'm up, but yeah.
Right.
But yeah, that was the worst.
Yeah, I think indeed we can share our, I guess, worst ones as well. For me, I think I don't know if you remember when I turned 16, my mom threw like a surprise trip for me to San Antonio for my
Oh,
16th
I
birthday.
remember.
Okay. She got me good too. I thought we weren't doing nothing. I walked downstairs and all of my friends, D, you got me good too because I spent the night with
Oh.
you. Yeah. And I walked down and it was a van and I was like,
Yeah.
what are y'all doing? My mom was like, come on.
Oh.
But I just remember like the one thing I'm gonna do is sleep in a car. I love sleeping in cars. And I just remember falling asleep. And then same thing, like I knew that I was like kind of still in sleep, but I could hear everything that like I could hear y'all talking, I could hear the music,
Wow.
and I was sitting in the front seat and I was completely paralyzed. And I remember feeling like I couldn't even breathe. And I remember trying to talk. I was like and like in my mind, I thought that I was shaking. Like I thought that I was moving and I tried to grab my mom's arm. And I'm telling y'all, it went on for like a good 5 minutes. I thought I was about to die. And I was like, oh Lord, this is it. I'm gonna
Terrifying.
die on my trip. And when I woke up, I just remember going, and I looked at my mom and I was like, you didn't hear me. You didn't feel me. She was like, what are
Oh,
you talking about? I was like, I was over here
Man.
gasping for breath. I thought that I was about to die. And she was like, no, you just seemed like you were asleep. But I literally could hear everything. I was just
that's
like, oh
terrifying.
Lord. And I didn't know what it was at the time. And then I found out that it was possibly sleep paralysis. And it happened again to me. But the person that I was laying next to, he said that he said that he could feel me moving, so he woke me up. He was like, I felt like I felt you moving and like you gasping for air, so I woke you up. And I was like, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I've never seen any demons or anything like that. Thank God,
Yeah,
because I don't
thankfully, yeah.
know.
Oh, yeah, me
Yeah.
neither.
They checked me into a nice little facility after
Shoot.
that. Like, I am good. No,
Shoot. Go
no.
ahead, D.
I think I told you my worst one. I think I mentioned it
On
on
the
the
show.
episode
Okay.
before, yeah. But it was when were we at it was La Costa, but we were upstairs. So it
Oh,
was with yeah. So I'm sleeping and of course, I couldn't move, I couldn't breathe, but what I normally do is I try to move my fingers. So if I feel
Mm.
like if I can move my fingers, then I can wake up. So I'm like laying there and I'm thinking I'm moving, but I guess I'm not. So
man.
I finally wake up and then I go back to sleep and it happened again.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
was like, wait a minute. But this time, like my eyes were open and I could see everything, but I could not move. I couldn't even move my fingers. And so again, I wake up, went back to sleep. It happened again. I think it happened about like 5
In
times
the
until
same
I was
night?
just like, "You know what?" Yeah. I was like, "You know
What?
what? I'm not going to sleep."
Heck no.
I was just up for the rest of the night because I felt like, it does feel like you're about to die because you can't breathe.
Yeah.
And so, I'm like, I don't think that's ever happened to me that many times in one night.
Yeah, that's intense.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that
yeah.
it was,
Oh my
and
gosh.
that was, it didn't happen again after that for a while, but every now and then it does, but it's not
That
that
bad.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
but
Wow, that's
it's scary though.
Yeah, it is really scary.
I've never had the thing where you couldn't breathe. That's interesting. Like,
Really?
it's always yeah, I never felt like I couldn't I felt like I couldn't talk, but it never felt like I was
Yeah,
choking or anything like that. It just felt like somebody had chained me to the bed or something like that, and I just couldn't and it was just heavy. It's like you almost like it's dead weight, like, dang near like you're dead, and it's like you're trying to pull yourself up, but it's
yeah.
dead weight, but I
Yeah.
never felt like I couldn't breathe, which is I mean, I probably would have had a heart attack, but
Yeah, I'm talking gasping like, "What is
Jesus.
happening?" Like you're drowning, like it
Yeah,
feels like you're drowning almost. Like, what in the
Oh my gosh.
world?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I notice with me, it happens mainly when I fall asleep on my back.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
And
that
you know that they recommend that? Like that's supposed to be the like the best sleep position for you, I
Really?
think.
I feel so vulnerable. I never sleep on my
Huh.
back.
No.
No, I don't
I never
either.
I don't play that. Everybody
Yeah.
laughs at me, but I refuse. Thank you, somebody else
Yeah.
said that. Thank you.
Yeah, no. Oh, did we talk about astral projection? Is that what we talked about? Like you
Yeah,
seeing your okay, let's talk about that because something like that had happened to me, and then we'll wrap it up.
okay.
What happened to you?
Okay, so I'll tell you the first time it happened because
Okay.
that's a little bit better. So it was a few years ago, and, basically, I was asleep, um, and it's like I woke up I guess you're in your REM sleep, so I could see everything in my room still, but it was almost like I remember standing up off the like, on the side of my bed, and I looked at myself, and so I'm seeing me laying down,
Oh, no.
and I get up
Deep.
by myself, and it's weird because it was almost like I always say it's like 3 people, so it's like me watching from, just say, the other side of the room, watching me watch myself lay down, if that makes sense. It's almost like it's 3 of me almost, and so anyway, so I watch me, lay down, and so I get up and walk to the door, and it's like I was trying to, like, go into another room or whatever. I don't know if I had, like I was getting up to use the restroom or just go check on my brother or something like that, and so I opened the door, but the door wouldn't open, and so I kept trying to open it, and then all of a sudden, as soon as I got it open, I woke back up and I was in bed. Like, none of that had ever happened. Like, I had never gotten up
Oh my
at all.
god.
And then yesterday yeah.
There's your spirit.
Right, right, that's what I think. And yesterday, real quick, basically the same thing happened. I went to, where I was asleep, and I got up, and it was twice. I got up to go turn on the lights, and so I'm thinking I'm turning on lights, and so I kept flicking them on, and they wouldn't come on, and so I went back and laid down, and then it's like I got back up and tried to do it again, and they wouldn't come on again, and so I laid back down, but this time when I laid down, I was back in the bed. I had never moved, and I'm, like, over the window. I was like, "Why won't my lights come on?" But I was literally in the bed the whole time, so I don't like I told Rick, I don't get the point of that. I'm like, am I supposed to do something with it? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? Because it's just so bizarre to watch yourself do all
Yeah.
that and to know that it's your spirit, like you said, moving and doing that. That's just bizarre to me. I don't.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. I know. Okay, when I was maybe 12, I think I was in elementary school. We were living in Mesquite, but I used to sleep like on one end of the bed majority of the time. Uh like the end furthest from my light switch. One night the same thing happened. I thought I was dreaming, but in my dream I was watching myself sleep, but I thought that I was dreaming and that I could just see myself. And so I'm standing there, but I watch me physically stand out of the bed, like unconsciously though. I stood out of the like got up out of the bed, walked around the bed. I think maybe I tried to turn on the light too, or I thought I had turned on the light or something. And then maybe I even tried to walk out, but I couldn't. And so ultimately, I was like, you know what? I'm going to just, maybe I was like, I'm just going to go back to sleep. But again, I'm watching my
The whole
body
thing
do
play out,
this.
yeah.
My body do this. And what happened was, and I probably wouldn't have remembered it, but what happened was I fell asleep on the opposite end of the bed. Like I laid back down on the opposite end of the bed. And it wasn't like when I woke up, like I slept so hard that I like crawled. Like it wasn't like that. It was
Yeah.
literally like I watched myself stand up, go to the other end of the bed, lay down on the other end of the bed. And then next thing I knew, my dad was waking me up. And I woke up and I was like, what the hell just happened? Like I thought I was still dreaming, but I didn't see myself anymore. I was back in my body and I was like,
Right.
what the hell just happened? And I didn't think about that because to this day, I thought it was a dream until we talked and you mentioned that. And I was like, maybe that is what happened to me because I literally watched myself do it. And when I woke up, I was on that opposite end of the bed and I was like, maybe I was sleepwalking, but why did I watch myself do that? It was really weird.
Yeah, that's how I always
That
can tell.
is weird.
It's not a dream.
No.
It's when I can watch myself do it now. Because my dreams are first person, so it's like you don't really see. It's like you're
Yes.
playing a video game and you're like
Yeah.
running like that. So that's how I always know. I'm like, no, there's something else going on. But
Yeah.
yeah,
You've never had anything like that happen to you?
No, that
No?
has
Or like an
never happened to
outer
me. No.
body experience? Outer body or out of body?
Mm-mm.
Is
I
you
I
out
never
think
of
know.
it's
your
out
body?
of
I
body.
think
Is
it's
you
out
out
of.
of your
But
body
I
or
like to
you
say
out of you?
outer.
I do too. Look, black people probably say out
Yeah,
of body. It's an out of
I
body
think that's yeah.
experience.
That's what I say, out of body.
What you do, you say it real quick and then you
Yeah.
just don't pronounce everything.
But yeah, that has never happened to me.
Really?
Do you think it has something to do with like a different dimension almost like it's
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think
coming
of
together
that.
kinda?
I didn't even think of that.
I do.
'Cause that's what I was thinking like the whole time. I was like, that's what it sounds
It
like.
was a show on Netflix, and I can't remember it, but basically, it was the secretary. She was having an affair with her boss, but the boss's like wife was kind of mentally
Mm-hmm.
ill, and so she had some
Oh.
astral projection stuff going on. Like in the end, it turned out they were switching bodies and stuff, but this person had like basically mastered it to where she could go and like jump into other people. It was really bizarre. I was like, oh no.
I need to practice
I think
that.
somebody was telling
Yeah,
me about that. You don't need to
Yes,
practice
no, I
I
don't.
do. I'm gonna come visit all of y'all. Hey.
No, heck no.
No, you're
And
not.
that's I'd rather that though than the sleep
Sleep
paralysis.
paralysis.
I could
I
do that
Oh,
agree.
all
yeah.
day. But
Yeah.
but yeah, but no.
We should definitely have you on maybe another episode where we tackle like demonic possession or something like
Yeah.
that. If
Yeah.
you're down for that.
Yeah, yeah. I have a story for that, but yeah.
Save
I've
it.
had
Oh.
to,
Save
yeah,
it.
I have to change some names and some scenarios, so I
Okay.
won't get in trouble. Yeah, yeah. I've had to,
Oh, yeah, I
yeah,
can't wait for
work
that.
I
with that. Yeah,
know.
I have to use everything that I learned. But yeah,
Well, thank you, Ray, for
yeah.
joining
Thank
Thank
us. Do
you.
you
you.
have any do you have any projects or do you have any
No, I mean
social media you want
not
to
at the moment.
promote?
Just let me know. Oh, you can just catch me at Really Ray 91. I think that's on Instagram, and then
Yeah.
Raven Ariel on Facebook, and let's see. Oh, TikTok is Really Ray 47. So yeah, that's all. I don't have any videos up yet, so it is me. It's not
Me
a.
neither.
It's not a fake page or anything, but yeah.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in
Yeah.
to this episode of Strange Shorts.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having
this
me.
was fun.
It was fun.
This was fun.
Thank you so much for
Bye.
real for
Thank
being our
Thank
you.
first.
I know.
It's an honor. Thank you.
We've been waiting.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.